News, Lynch and Holder did far worse than we thought. Is it any surprise that we are finding more and more evidence that suggests the Obama administration was corrupt? It would be one thing if Obama bragged about being the least transparent administration in the history of the country, or if the media gave him and his administration a fair shake. But as we all know, the Obamas and his sycophants in his cabinet could do no wrong in the eyes of the media, and he was scandal-free. Don't you remember?
I am very proud of the fact that we will, knock on wood, leave this administration without significant scandal.
A bombshell report confirms Hillary Clinton's failure to act during the attacks in Benghazi that claimed the lives of 4 Americans.
Then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton publicly claimed the attack in 2012 was sparked by an anti-Muslim video.
The government failed its people and lied to the public in the aftermath.
The next day, she told the Prime Minister of Egypt, "We know that the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack."
The US has admitted to killing dozens of civilians in drone operations in several countries.
A secret Justice Department memo claiming it is legal for the US government to kill its own citizens abroad.
Between 64 and 116 civilians were killed as collateral damage in those airstrikes.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
Did you know about Hillary Clinton's use of the private email server?
No.
While she was Secretary of State?
No.
Claiming he learned about Clinton's personal email server from the news.
WikiLeaks exposing alarm over the president's public statements about Clinton's private email server.
Quote, "We need to clean this up. He has emails from her. They do not say state.gov.
2 guns tied to Fast and Furious were found at the scene of the murder of border agent Brian Terry. Just in, the White House reacting now to the growing scandal at the Veterans Administration.
CBS News investigations revealed widespread manipulation of appointment wait times.
Some have allegedly died while waiting for treatment.
I will put the ethics of this administration against any administration in history.
Wow. The hubris of this guy, astonishing after having accomplished nothing in his life except to stir race relations in Chicago and allegedly teach constitutional law. He became the president and will go down as one of the worst in history. Look no further than his 2 attorney generals, the most vile and corrupt of them. All were supposed to be the nation's top legal minds. Instead, they were puppets of the administration. Ace of Spades, the right-wing blog, got a hold of these terrible things and made a list for us for your viewing pleasure. Under Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch, the Department of Justice pushed the states to pass new laws. The goal was to make it impossible to hold repeat offenders in jail before trial. Why? Because so many repeat offenders are black. The first step was to reclassify violent felonies as nonviolent misdemeanors. Look at California. Assault with a deadly weapon, harming a crime victim or witness resisting arrest that injures a police officer. Violent elder or child abuse, arson with injury, and manslaughter are now non-violent felonies. How great, huh? Proposition 47 passed in 2014 reclassified certain non-violent felonies as misdemeanors. Therefore, prisoners convicted of violent elder abuse were released because now their former violent felony was a misdemeanor. So the Democrats first changed violent felonies to misdemeanors, then they changed the law for bail. Washington, D.C. Police Chief Kathy L. Lanier resigned because criminals were being arrested, released, and arrested again the same day. D.C. Police Chief Kathy L. Lanier leaves her post in 2 weeks with high popularity and crime down over her tenure, but frustrated by a system that she said allows repeat violent offenders back on the street time after time. Federal authorities decide who stays in jail in D.C. under pressure from Holder and Lynch. They were releasing everyone. The crime rate spiked dramatically. The Democrats are pushing for community rehabilitation programs instead of prison. The most repulsive members of Congress at Ted Lieu, the guy who trolls Trump, has introduced a doozy of a bill. Lieu wants to eliminate bail in the entire country. They point to the success of New Jersey, which eliminated bail earlier this year. In New Jersey, a person is evaluated with an 8-question form. Prior offenses are not taken into consideration. You gotta be kidding me. As a result, almost nobody is held over until trial. Almost everyone is released. The state has to hire new staff and create new computer systems to manage the new system. Releasing everybody has so far cost New Jersey $400 million, and the crime rate is skyrocketing. Washington, D.C. eliminates bail, and now the city pays $50 million a year to oversee almost no prisoners. Dwayne and Beth Chapman, he's better known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, testified in Sacramento about the new laws coming. Chapman's pointed out every loophole they could. A guy who never shows up for a trial, for example. They said that the Democrats then tweaked the law to exclude any possible offender. The D.C. police arrested a total of 219 violent prosecutors on Inauguration Day. Only 17 showed up for their trials. The Chapman said that the Democratic Party has made it a priority in 2017 to pass laws that make holding anyone in jail impossible. What I realized a long time ago is that Democrats' sole motivation is to piss off conservatives. So I'm not surprised that one of our two major parties now wants us to die at the hands of violent criminals. The end result of democratic reform is that criminals now commit crimes with impunity and people are too afraid to call the cops. There are no penalties for threatening witnesses and skipping your trial. Nobody comes looking for you. And if you get arrested, they immediately release you. You may have heard that more and more celebrities are having their mansions broken into. I'm happy for that. Alanis Morissette was robbed of $2 million worth of jewelry. This is a new crime being committed by old gangs such as the Bloods and Crips. It's because there are no penalties. This is just one of the things Obama did to us, and the current Democrats want to make it even worse. The end. That's it. Want to make it worse. Not to be overdone by New Jersey, California passed Prop 57 in November, changing the definition of violent felonies. This list is no longer considered violent. Deadly weapon and force likely. Corporal injury on a child. That's not first degree burglary. Rape, sodomy is not a what is it? Not a violent, not considered violent? My, domestic violence, oh my. This is not considered violent. Active participant, just pure insanity. It seems like they are just America-hating people that want to see our country burn. What do you think? Exploding destructive device with intent to cause injury is not considered violent? Hate crimes are not considered violent, not violent felonies. You have to be kidding me. I mean, this is just insanity. Insanity at its finest. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.